Hi everyone, welcome to the second week of our new podcast, A Game of Two Halves, where we talk about all the week in and out of the Premier League and football and the sorts. This week, I'm joined once again by Dale and Jim. We have no Kev this week. We're working to get him back on at some point. He's just having troubles with timings and stuff.
Right, he was at work
So
when
say hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello there.
There we go.
Well,
Dale, if you would like to start us off talking about our last week's predictions as well.
Okie dokie. So, match week 26 of 38 we predicted. So it was Man City versus West Ham. Kev, he predicted a 4-0 victory to Man City. Alex, you predicted a 2-0 victory. Jim predicted a 3-1. And I predicted a 3-2.
Okay, so two of us was a goal off.
Yeah.
That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. But to be fair, the match was a lot closer than what I thought it was going to be anyway. The problem is, I didn't expect it, but I should have expected it with Lingard in the absolute form of his life right now.
Oh, 100%. Like, the kid, he got an assist for the goal for Antonio, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a shot though.
Oh, definitely. He was trying a little cheeky flick, wasn't he? So...
Yeah, like,
definitely an accidental assist. It will still count to the stat, but it's definitely an accidental assist.
Yeah, it's definitely.
He didn't mean to at all. But the fact of the matter is, like the past 4 games, he has been in an incredible amount of form. And for me, when United are struggling, they would need him right now to play.
I agree. Because it'll give a different dynamic compared to just Bruno, just relying on Bruno and Pogba. But obviously, Pogba's out injured, but
that's been weirdly enough, it's been your Achilles heel.
Mm-hmm.
Pogba getting injured. He was
I agree.
the silent man, even though he was still in the spotlight for Pogba. But like for Pogba's spotlight, he weren't really like in it.
I mean, look when we got first in the Premier League in January. Pogba was fit, well, playing games, scored an essential 1-0 winner.
But
you know what I mean?
Speaking of midfielders, De Bruyne's back. He's back in the team. Either foot, left foot. Oh my god, his quality
that left
is
foot pass.
He's
lift it to Diaz.
His quality is unreal, man. Like both feet, like either foot, just delivery is inch perfect with both feet, and I don't think there's a player that can do that in the Premier League. Like, everyone's got their qualities. Like, Fernandes, his right foot is godlike. Like, he can find anyone, he can shoot, he can do everything. But he can't do it as good with his left foot, whereas De Bruyne can do anything on both feet. And if them two were in the same team, oh my Gideon, like, rip any defence that come up against them two if they were in the same team. You know, his little stat for you. He's in top 10 of all-time Prem assists now.
3 behind Beckham.
I believe, 3 behind. Yeah. He's stupidly good. De Bruyne is, but it could have been a lot tighter. I mean, Antonio hit the post. Like,
he did.
Smashed the post.
He had another chance and he just hit it wide as well.
Yeah.
He's a quality player, Antonio.
Seconds of the game. Seconds of the game, they had the opportunity just wide. Free header.
Yeah, that is why he should be in the England setup.
I will say it was Diop who missed that chance in the last second, though.
Yeah, it was.
Antonio.
Oh, yeah. Which also, a ball came from Jesse Lingard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, Lingard has stepped up tremendously. Like, it's given a headache to anyone who has to, like, pick that position now.
I don't see him coming back to United and playing for United. That's the problem.
Me neither.
I think
you have a very good setup in midfield at the moment with what Ollie's got going on.
Yeah,
and I don't see Lingard getting into that at all.
I agree.
With Fred in there next to Pogba now, with Fred also in the form of his life, but we'll move on to that later. But like Fred in there and Pogba and Fernandes, Lingard won't get in. But I think he'll be happy at West Ham. I think him keeping out basically Pablo Fornals and Lanzini, like. Because obviously they'll play like Jarrod Bowen one side and who do they usually play on the other?
Yeah, I'm not sure. And stuff.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like Lingard will thrive under Moyes and West Ham. Also, Moyes, his old manager, of course, is going to love him. Weirdly enough, did you guys see that interview that Pep did? How much he loves Moyes. Just that weird little bromance that he had off him in the interview.
I reckon he loves Moyes that much because he didn't go to the Manchester United job and flop like Moyes did. That's probably why he loves him so much. that's what he probably he thanks David Moyes for making probably could have been the biggest mistake of his career. So,
maybe, yeah, to try and step him. To be fair, he wouldn't have flopped at Man U. The Pep's too good to flop at Man U. If he would have took over from Ferguson, he wouldn't have flopped. You just didn't have the balls.
He's going to make Phil Jones into Iniesta. No, he's not.
Dow.
No.
Look what he's done for John Stones. Alex.
Exactly my point.
John Stones and Ruben Diaz effect is in full swing, bro. They both scored.
Yeah. When he went to City under Pep Guardiola, bearing in mind Pep bought him in.
Yeah,
spent 50 million on the kid, and you're expecting instant results, but he wasn't. You know what I mean? But at the same point, you talk about Phil Jones when he was at Man United, and Fergie said he could be the best player Man United's ever had. It's similar things. You expect big things, and like that haven't. You know, their careers just
got to give him time.
He's got his rebirth. He's got his rebirth on the Guardiola. He's saying he would have done that to Phil Jones.
100%. Phil Jones is the biggest muppet I've ever seen him play for Manchester United.
But to actually bring it back to John Stones, like him and Rib. I said this to my co-worker yesterday. I said, if you are Pep, and obviously Laporte's come back from injury and he played, but because you're going to rotate, it's midweek. But does Laporte start in the form that Stones and Diaz are in? Do you start Laporte? Does he come in?
At the moment, I'd simply just say no.
You can't, can you?
When you get a good centre back partnership, you
don't
keep
mess
that centre back partnership. Yeah, don't fix what isn't broken.
Yeah.
Is it? What's the crazy stat now? They've conceded 3,
So,
scored 5.
Stones and Diaz have scored more goals since they've been together themselves than they've conceded goals as a partnership.
That's right. It's like
mental.
16 games.
Yeah.
16 games.
In 16 games, they've scored more
what
goals.
A stat! What a stat!
And that's what you want, man. That's what you want.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
Exactly.
He just he knew what he was doing like that. The pairing of them, a genius to go and buy Diaz as well.
Yeah.
The scouting team to go, he looks all right. Portuguese. They're going to win the World Cup, but it all looks all right. Bring him in.
Before Wolves get him.
Yeah, quick.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
No, Benfica. I think.
I think he used to play for Sporting. Of course he did.
Probably,
What good Portuguese player doesn't?
True.
You know what I mean? But back onto the actual game, like you got Antonio knowing exactly where to be for Lingard's shot pass, let's call it. When he scored, he just knew where to be. It's just that striker's instinct, and he's got it. And
not bad for a right back.
Yeah, not bad for a right back. Winger, centre mid, centre back, left winger, striker, goalkeeper,
coach, manager, sports physio, what?
But yeah, and also I read down.
I see a good career as a sporting director.
Oh. I also read down here about Kevin De Bruyne skipping past Diop and setting Aguero up, and Aguero just completely missing. And I'm like, bro,
it's going to be a while before Aguero gets back to his usual.
Oh,
He's still rusty.
To be fair, Aguero's on his way out. Like, not as saying out his club, but out his like tenure as a footballer.
He's done his time at City. He's a legend, club legend.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like
I mean, look at David Silva, company. They're both moved on.
Yeah, I think he's hit that age now where he needs to go to a slower league. Like he can still do it, 100%. Aguero can still do it. He can still score. He can still do all the business. But the problem is that everybody's getting that bit quicker again, and he's not as quick anymore. And I think,
and the constant knocks. All
the hamstrings and knee injuries that he gets, like it's just not helping him. And Gabriel Jesus is also a good striker, but I wouldn't put him as a starting striker for Man City. They have to go now and find a good striker to replace Aguero.
It's either going to be Haaland or Messi or both. That's
you know what? As much I know it's Man City and everything, but if they went and got both, I would love it. Messi and Haaland in the Premier League. Like,
Yeah.
you just want it. Like, even if it's a rival team, you just want the best players in the league.
If not, even though I'd hate it, it would be nice to see, and I'd probably have more credibility for Messi.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But then for me, like, obviously, like, there's the whole Messi Ronaldo debate and everything. Like, Ronaldo is obviously, for me, just tipping the GOAT scale because he has done it in other leagues. Not denying Messi's skill, but if Messi was to come to our league and destroy it, I think that's when the debate just isn't a debate. It's they're both the GOAT. They're both amazing. Like, they've both done it in both leagues. Like, they've both smashed it. Like, I just think there's no
but if
debate.
Ronaldo
They're
wins the
both
World
GOAT.
Cup in 2022, that's 10 for me. It's over for me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, Ronaldo goes and wins the 2022 World Cup, and you're like, I've won more.
yeah.
If we bring it back quickly to the Man City West Ham game, I have one question about West Ham.
Yeah.
So they're obviously like teetering on the brink of a Champions League spot at the moment, and they continue to perform even though we expect them to tail off.
Yeah.
And one thing I'd written down about them is, are we doing a Leicester in their situation? So the year that Leicester won the league, even though they kept on winning, everyone was like, oh, they'll tail off at some point. They'll tail off. They won't win the league. They won't win the league. And then obviously did. Are people, and us included, doing the same thing about West Ham?
You know what? Yeah, we are. We were The problem is we're saying we're expecting them to tail off. So when they do, everyone's like, oh yeah, we called it, but they still did really well. Whereas if we keep saying, oh, they'll tail off, they'll fall off, their form's going to drop, and they don't, it just proves everyone wrong then, and then it proves that they're really
exactly.
good. Hence the Leicester. Also, Mason Mount's just scored an absolute banger.